may think you know everything about motorcycles, but we bet that we're able to surprise you. We're talking about motorcycles with an aircraft engine, all-wheel drive bikes, long like Dachshunds, and huge like a tractor. They are either running completely on electricity or are powered by a coal furnace. We will present the top most interesting motorcycles you probably never heard of. This motorcycle left a mark in history forever because of its unique looks. The vehicle is named Meg Ola, a pretty unconventional name, which makes it even more outstanding. But the most amazing thing about this vehicle is that the engine was built right in the wheel. Friedrich Cockrell, a German engineer who saw a star-shaped aircraft engine during the war, invented an unusual idea: to fit such a design into an ordinary motorcycle frame. However, it was almost impossible at the standards of that time to actually fit a motor into the wheel. The crankshaft was tightly attached to the fork of the motorcycle and remained motionless, while the cylinders were rotating with the wheel. The gearbox, clutch, and neutral gear are missing. If you stopped and muffled the engine, launching the infernal machine looks even more interesting. And this dinosaur of the moto industry works on steam traction. This is the steam Roper motorcycle, which was invented in 1894 by the American Sylvester Roper. He was very fond of bicycles, but wanted to make these two-wheeled bikes faster. He then went on and created a steam-powered transportation device, which is now known as the great-grandfather of the modern motorcycle. He took an ordinary bicycle and put the steam engine under the saddle between the wheels, where coal needed to be refilled periodically. Hot coals heated the water in the boiler, the steam flowed into the engine and rotated the rear wheel. A special handle was on the handlebars, rotating it so you could adjust the steam flow and speed. Roper's steam bicycle looked easy and elegant, despite a bulky boiler with a coal-fired furnace, noise and smoke from the chimney. It's definitely a living embodiment of the romantic steampunk era. Bomerland is the Czechoslovak longest serial two-wheeled vehicle. Albin Liebisch is the creator of a motorcycle that went down in history, which also made his name immortal. He started developing a motorcycle based on the idea of a long wheelbase in 1922. The length of the frame made it possible to place 3 riders in a row, which is also one record of Bomerland, the total length of which was 106 inches. The engine of the motorcycle looked creepy. There was no gasoline tank over it. Grease was not applied to the valves, and the motorcyclist had to add oil regularly during the stops. The vehicle could accelerate to a speed of 75 miles per hour, as it was long and heavy, weighing over 397 pounds. However, it is not known for certain whether anyone has ventured to verify this in practice. Glenn Curtis is an inventor who set several speed records on a motorcycle he created himself. Curtis's initial main direction was the production of powerful aircraft engines, but planes and other aircrafts weren't enough to satisfy him, so he went on to install one of his motors on a frame with 2 wheels, which didn't really resemble a motorcycle. Glenn Curtis became the fastest man on the planet, who ran a 4-liter 8-cylinder engine on January 24, 1907. He surpassed all previous records set by cars, planes, ships, and trains, and kept this record until 1911 when the Blitzen-Benz, well known among car enthusiasts, broke it. Glenn Curtis raced along the sandy beach of Florida at a speed of 136 miles per hour that January morning. Glenn truly deserves his nickname, Hell Rider, given this miracle of a device that had no brakes. Racing bikes of the past can often be a source of inspiration for new models. A vintage racing bike was created by collecting the details of motorcycles of different eras in France. The Sprint Beamer is a motorcycle assembled from BMW motorcycle parts of retro motorcycles of various years of production. Seb Lorenz, a customizer who tried to collect everything, managed to create a retro racing bike with a streamlined front for reducing air resistance, a small weight, a powerful engine, and a stunning view. It was an exclusive and simply fierce device. This diesel bike has a turbocharged engine and even a pneumatic suspension. Sam Turner is his creator, who combined his knowledge of diesel engines and love of motorcycles in this project. He installed 2 turbines to make the engine look symmetrical. The next idea is to add electricity, so the engine feeds the power generator and the latter supplies electricity to the wheeled motors. That's when the idea of creating an all-wheel drive bike was born. There is not enough, just a machine gun above. Burt Munro is a moto racer and inventor who worked hard to develop his bike. He modified his Indian Scout 1920 for over 25 years. Pistons, clutch plates, and flywheels of his own production were parts. Munro went to Bonneville to realize his cherished dream after many years. He set several world speed records on his Indian at the famous races in the salt desert of Bonneville, USA. These records are not beaten until now. He accelerated to a crazy speed of 183 miles per hour in a stream of streamlined motorcycles with an engine capacity of 1,000 cubic meters in 1967. He even developed a speed of 206 miles per hour during the qualifying race. It's not the fastest, but it's the biggest. This moto monster is the biggest motorcycle in the world. Its name is Dream Big Bike. Greg Dunham is an enthusiast from Germany who created the 197-inch motorcycle, 118 inches tall, which weighs 6,482 pounds. But this bike is not just a mighty giant. It works, as its creator assures, and can speed up to 90 kilometers per hour. Well, we will accept the statement as being true without confirmation of the facts. Now we are going to stray from the retro topic. Honda presented the world's first self-balancing motorcycle. The Honda Riding Assist is an integrated technology that allows the motorcycle to balance without gyroscopes. The motorcycle can be balanced independently, turning the steering wheel to the right and then to the left. A pleasant and fun feature is the ability of a motorcycle to recognize the owner and follow him by foot. Some say that the development of the Riding Assist uses the same ideas as when creating the Asimov robot, but it looks like a dog, which makes following the owner much funnier than the robot. And here's the complete transition to the digital age. The BMW company expands its horizons and presents a new concept motorcycle, Motorrad Vision Next 100. The German company showed how the design of its motorcycles can develop in the next 100 years. This is managed by using a technology called FlexFrame. Turning the steering wheel, the biker turns not only the fork, but the entire structure. The higher the speed, the more effort the rider must put in to make a turn. The onboard electronics are implemented on the principle of augmented reality, and glasses with a projection display and a special suit that can be cooled or heated depending on the weather are offered to the motorcyclist. In addition, the suit vibrates when the angle of inclination becomes dangerous. Not all concepts go beyond the design bureaus. However, this one did. Mark Atkinson, who assembles racing engines, has implemented the Alpha recumbent motorcycle, one of the most daring concepts. Taking as a basis the carcass, which suffered a BMW K75 accident, an acting prototype was assembled. The lines of the hull, which were inspired by the outline of a large white shark, were made by the Turkish designer. Then the partners developed and brought the rest of the details to life. The result was stunning. The most modern and environmentally friendly solution, the electric bike. Developing the electric motorcycle market was limited by the problem of their small power reserve. However, the situation is changing for the better, and the Yohammer J1 is an example. One battery charge lasts up to 186 miles. The engineer, Johann Hammerschmidt, describes his motorcycle as a natural return to the concept of a horse. His invention resembles a medieval fighting horse in armor, but despite this, the vehicle has received modern characteristics. Its maximum speed is electronically limited to 109 miles per hour. The two-wheeled vehicle, weighing 351 pounds, accelerates to 62 miles in just 7 seconds. This can definitely count as an iron horse with an electric motor.